What's happening? This your boy DJ Threat. This is my partner Gizmo from the On Deck Click, and you now tuned in to Coming Out Hard ATL.
We got an underground legend in the building today, man. This nigga with many hats. If he ain't touch your music directly, he done touch your music indirectly. Coming Out Hard Atlanta, I want to introduce that nigga, that legendary nigga, underground nigga, DJ Threat, man. What's happening?
What's happening? Coming Out Hard Atlanta. We in the building.
Threat, what's going on, man? Long time no see, man.
What it do, homie? Long time no see, man. Glad to see you. Good to run into you, man. We did business back in the day, man.
Absolutely.
So it's already a pleasure, man, to find you again.
Absolutely, man. I'm putting a lot of footwork in these streets, man. Who we got with us today, man?
I got my partner Gizmo, man, the Clayton County Chief, On Deck Click representative.
What's happening, man? Here with exactly what y'all just said, man. Underground legend, somebody I've been rocking with for a decade or so, man, if not longer. Grew up to listen to a lot of this stuff at the Megaplex, so far so on, etc., man. Hey, and we going On Deck clicking, we rocking.
It is.
That's where we at.
All right, Threat, man. I appreciate you for following through, Coming Out Hard Atlanta today. I got my nigga Ross Goldie with me today.
Okay.
Tried, right?
Yes, sir.
He was Coming Out Hard. He gonna be interviewing y'all today.
Okay.
Just asking a few questions, trying to get to know you, man. For the people that don't know you, I know we gotta. It's new Atlanta, so they gotta know. You know what I'm saying? They gotta know, man. So first, man, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes on this thing, man. Where you from, man? Where you from?
Man, I'm from East Atlanta. Grew up right off from Moreland Avenue, right there where the center of it all is where the East Atlanta sign is. I went to Comin Middle School, got kicked out of there, ended up going to Emmett Middle School. So I'm definitely East Atlanta, man. I hung out with all the homies, Gucci, OJ, $1, BP, who else? All the guys from East Atlanta, man. So that's where I'm from, man. I went from there to Boulder Crest, Sun Valley, and I stayed in Sun Valley. I was East Atlanta, man, pretty much most of my childhood, all the way up to like my 20s.
Texas, Texas.
Boulder Crest, man.
Boulder Crest, that's it.
You Atlanta native, man?
Atlanta
You been here all
native.
your life?
Yeah, I've been here, man.
You a Greater baby?
Greater baby.
Absolutely,
Greater
man.
baby.
What was it like? What was it like growing up in East Atlanta?
Man, East Atlanta during them times, man, it was alright, man. We had our hoods, of course you got East Lake Meadows, you got Eastwick, you had East Hampton, all the little hoods, you know what I'm saying, apartments around in the area, they kept, they gonna always have something going on over there, so, them Red Dogs wasn't hearing it, you feel me? So, though the Red Dog, boy, APD wasn't playing, boy, they bust up in the trap, boy, they slamming your back out, boy.
Straight up.
That's real Atlanta right there, bro.
Yeah, real Atlanta.
Red Dog, they don't say shit. They just roll up on you and just snatch your ass up.
Snatch you up, boy. They were locking everybody up they could back then, boy. I'm telling you.
But you can just be standing in the truck, catch a DC-6 charge, and that's be it, goddamn.
DCC, yeah, mofo don't know about them DCC. They don't know about them, boy. I'm
That's
telling you
cool,
real
man.
quick.
That's old Atlanta right there.
Absolutely,
Atlanta,
yes, sir.
Old Atlanta
Yes,
shit,
sir.
yeah.
Hey, so Threat, man. So everybody know that you in the music game. You've been doing this music, man. Tell us how it started out, bro. How you first got into this music game. Take me back to your childhood. How it all started, man, for you.
Man, for me, like as a kid, I had always wanted to. I guess it started when my mama took me to the skate ring, man. You know what I'm saying?
What skate ring? Hold on.
That story.
Before you get into that, what skate
I
ring you
always
went
tell
to?
that story. I Golden Glide, man.
Golden
I
Glide.
always tell that story. I always tell that story, man. And I seen the DJ for the first time, and I seen everything he had, and I was just blown away. Like, damn, man, that's I like that. So as time went, I got my first record, and I thought I was a little DJing, scratching on the turntables, you know what I'm saying, thinking I was a DJ at the time. And it just kind of got in me, and I was like, man, you know what? I just want to keep going with this. So as I got older, every time I went to a party, I ain't in there dancing. I'm at the DJ booth watching the DJ. cutting and scratching,
Doing his
mixing,
thing.
and I'm like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? How much that cost? How much that cost? It's hard to do that. Asking a million questions. I know they were like, boy, this little young nigga getting on my damn
Trying to
nerve.
figure it out.
This little nigga getting on my nerve, but shit, hey, that's where it started. And then from there, as I got older, you know, I got my first set of turntables for Christmas.
Hold on, before you get into the turntable, what kind of turntable you had?
I think they was some Newmark TT,
Some
1000,
TT?
something like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
good start.
yeah, just a little starter turntable. So
Gotcha.
I got them and shit. That thing, you know, man, I was mixing it up and learning how to DJ. And I ended up being the hood DJ in my hood, some of the apartments. And everybody used to come to the back, right in front of my window. I put the speakers up there, man. We out there rad topping, ticking,
Classic.
doing everything
Classic.
right.
Classic
See,
at
what I
level.
gotta say though, that's real DJ work. So that
Yeah.
means you DJ when vinyl was out.
Yeah, with
Right
vinyl.
on.
At the time when
DJs
vinyl
just
was
got
out. Yep.
laptops and started DJing.
Yeah,
So
got
how you
laptops.
felt being that hood DJ at that
Yeah.
time? How did you feel then?
Shit, man. Hey, it was amazing, you know, because it was something that I had, you know, my first passion, I say, was dancing. So I went from dancing to DJing. And once I started DJing, I stopped. I was dancing a little bit in the beginning, but I got more into the DJ thing, and that was like my next passion and love. You know what I'm saying? Was that DJing, man. So I just kept at it and took it all the way as far as I could take it. You know, went to the top.
Gotcha. So, man, you just like me when it comes to the music industry, man. You built your name in the city, bro. So you built your name from the ground up. Ain't nobody gave you shit in the motherfucker. You goddamn straight about the mud. You
Got
built
it
the
out the
DJ
mud.
threat name.
Yeah,
After
with the brand.
you started DJing, what made you get into producing and start making beats and shit before?
I think producing, what made me get into producing, I was DJing and a lot of folks were coming to the club performing. And I would just see the artists come in and they'd give me their CD or whatever, tape or whatever we had at the time. And they would go out there and just rock the crowd. And I was seeing like the interactions with the artists in the crowd. And I was like, damn, man, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the club crunk. You feel me?
Shit, you already got the ear for it. You DJing, so I know you know what made the crowd move and what don't.
Yeah, it worked hand in hand. The DJing, when you DJing, is pretty much working with beats. So that's how, like, you know, it first got in me to say, man, I want to try to give this shit a try. And then I bought a little drum machine, you know what I'm saying, back then. I went to the pawn shop, bought a little $100
What kind of drum machine? You ain't had a deal on
About
550 this.
like about big as a calculator.
Aight, man.
Like Troy, you know, big as a calculator, some little shit. I was just programming it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making ping pong beats at first, just trying, you know what I'm saying? You know how you do, man. It's something new. You ain't never did it before, so you just working on that shit, trying. You don't know what you doing. And I just stayed at it, man. And then, you know, I finally found my niche. And, you know, and it just went from there.
How folks started hearing about you when you were making the beat? Like, what was your first beat that really, like, nigga was like, I gotta get that little nigga. Who the hell that little nigga is?
Okay, so let me start out and say this. Like, when I first started making beats, I had a group that I went to school with, my partner Dre and them. Not Dre from Murder Mob, but another cat named Dre. He went to Dub, and so what I did was, I knew in school he used to always be rapping. Like, his little group, they thought they was outcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they was always rapping. So I called and say, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I got down making beats. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really too good, but I had, you know, knew I had something that we make and use in the studio. So I found a little studio, Moria Drive. I called him up. They came to the studio. We did a song called Throw Them Bows. The original Throw Them Bows, not the Throw Them Bows from Murder Mob. It was the original one. So
this was before Lil Jon and all that shit.
no, this was right during that same
During
time
that era.
period. The same time period. Because see, when John and them came out, I knew that what they had was special. Because I'm like, that shit was really not heard before. So I'm like, bro, that's the wave right there. So we need to get on that sound right there. So you know, John and them, what? So I was like, throw them bows, throw them bows.
Yeah.
So we came out with throw them bows. So I go to the studio, we do the whole entire song. We get done, we listen to it back, and the group say, man, I don't like it.
Oh, damn.
I said, y'all don't like it? They like, nah, bro, we don't like that, bro. You know, we like that Outkast type stuff, bro. So I was like, man, all right. So I kept the song. They were like, man, you can keep it, bro. You can keep it. So they let me keep the song. And then that's when I met Dre and them from Murder Mob, which I already had knew them. So that's when I found out he was rapping, and I brought them in the studio, and we did Throw Them Bows, the one that everybody know from Murder Mob, which was really pretty much the same beat. I had the verse on there, my same verse, and they just put their two verses on it and made it a full song.
Now all of that vibe, and you got your vibe up right now. What's the first artist that you really interacted with? Outside of your homeboys, what's the first major artist that you
First
started?
major artist I interacted with and did some work with had to be Ghetto Mafia. Ghetto Mafia. I did.
Shout out to Big D.
Yeah, Big D, them, Nino, Wicked. The first project they had me on was an album called Player Rich Project by Spice One. So they had did a compilation and I had produced a song for them and it got on that. So that was like the first time I was able to go to the store and pick up a CD and turn it over like I produced this. You feel me? So that was a real proud moment.
Right.
That was a proud moment. Yeah,
man.
they had the credits on them.
Boy.
Yep, that was a proud moment. It was a song called As Real As They Come.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a proud moment. So that was the first time I had did something for an artist that was like major on the radio and that sort of thing.
How'd you feel after that? Did you feel like you solidified?
Yeah,
I feel like continue it on.
Yeah, that too. I felt solidified, but I felt like I wanted to keep going because I wanted to just break our way in the door with this shit. You feel me? I'm like, this just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I'm trying to take this shit all the way.
What artists you grew up listening to?
Growing up, man, I had to say.
I'm gonna cut y'all right quick. I was a big Crisscross fan back in the day, but I also like 8 Ball and MJG. And all them, all the old stuff, man. Ice Cube, NWA, and all that stuff. But I was a real big Crisscross fan.
Yeah, real big Crisscross fan. Yeah, I liked all them guys like Too Short, Dana Dane. A few of the guys from like New York and the West Coast. Snoop, Dre, of course, Scarface, that sort of thing. Then I was into the 8 Ball, MJG, UGK, 666 Mafia, that sort of thing coming up. That's what a lot of my music was influenced by, that era of music right there. UGK, 3-6 Mafia, 8 Ball and MJG, Skinny Pimp, 3-6, all that old good stuff.
See, that's some official time right there. Tell us now. I heard a little story like when you met Monica. Tell us how you met Monica.
Man, it's crazy. Me and Monica, I was DJing, because let me start out by saying I was the hood DJ. So I used to go from Four Seasons, Thomasville, Bourne Home, Allen Temple, Carver Homes, Capitol Homes Day, and that's everybody used to have them days back then. So I was the hood DJ for them days. So you can look on like YouTube. I think Rich Kids got one from Capitol Home Day. You see me in the background DJing, and they was rapping. I think I See You at the time. So back in them days, like late 90s, early 2000s, I was the hood DJ. So little homie from Carver Home, I think he was from Capitol Home, Carver Homes. He ended up getting killed, and I did his RIP day. And they had the after party. They had the actual day was out in the hood, and then they had an after party at the pool hall. So I go to the pool hall, and this was like right after C Murder, I went to jail. So everybody kept saying Monica in there, Monica in there. I'm like, Monica in there, stop playing. But everybody used to tell me Monica really was fooling around and like Lita Valley and shit. Everybody kept telling me that, like, man, she be in the hood. I'm like, man, Monica don't be over here. They were like, yeah, bro, she be in Lita Valley and shit. So I'm like, yeah, right. I ain't never believe it, because I'm like, Monica to us, she was like the little, like a superstar. She was like a damn Whitney Houston or something. You know what I'm saying? She was out of here. So I'm like, ain't no way Monica coming to the hood. So we get down there to the after party. It's at the pool hall right there on Sylvan Road. The little split way you come down Sylvan. Yeah. It was a pool hall over there. We talking like right after C Murder went to jail. I think Jeezy's first mixtape was coming out. Streets is watching. So we go in the pool hall. I got my DJ shit. We setting up. She at the bar with her homegirl. She peeping me, and I'm like, my phone like, boy, Monica check you out. Monica check you out. Like, man, stop. And he like, bro, look, she looking at it. I was so damn spooked. I ain't even want to say that. Bro. And they were like, man, shit, boy, you might miss your opportunity. You don't say nothing, bro. I'm like, bro, I was spooked, bro. So I just said, what's up? She was like, hey. And I was like, he was like, bro, talk to her. I'm like, man, I don't want to. I'm acting starstruck and scared at the same time. Yeah. So, I set my DJ equipment up, bro. She just kept looking, couldn't take her eyes off me type shit. So, that was our first little meet, you know what I'm saying? Then I ended up meeting Rocco. Me and Rocco got cool. We met out at Guitar Center. And, by that time, them two had done got together. So he was working on his first album that he had with the I'm gonna do me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which he was trying to get me to do some music for him, but I didn't know that shit was gonna hit and pop off like it did. I don't know if you know Ron from Guitar Center. That's who introduced me to Rocco around that time, right after he had Dro had left and went with T.I. and they was working on his upcoming project, but I slipped, I dropped the ball on that shit. And then him and Monica ended up together, and I lost the production. You know what I'm saying? Little features that I could have got on his album, man. Cause I definitely was in there with him, talking to him. Supposed to go to the studio, but you know how you meet somebody, you don't know who next to blow. You feel me? You can't just say, "Oh, bro, next to blow. He finna blow. Let me jump on." So I ain't take the shit serious. You know what I'm saying?
You saying that right there, I don't mean to cut you off, man. I'm from New York. So when I came down here in '96. Atlanta was lit. For me, it was crazy.
That was a perfect year to come.
Shit, I'm like, I've been here.
That was the perfect year to come. '96 was the perfect year to come.
Seeing the era you grew up in, the environment you grew up in, I'm sure you probably linked up with half of these rappers in school, right?
Yeah. Yep.
What other people you probably, you know what I mean, just running into before things really took off?
Oh shit. Well, Tip is one of the persons I went to school with. Gucci. See, I'm gonna explain to y'all how, cause people are always like, how you went to Doug?
And you from the east side.
You from the east side, and you went to Mac now. How that happened?
Break that shit down for a thread. Because you was all on the east side, and I went to Doug, bro. I graduated 2001, so I'm from the west side and zone 3.
Yeah.
So I came out right after you did.
Yeah.
But go ahead, break that shit down.
And you know what's funny? I was just having this conversation yesterday with AK the Razor Man. You know AK, he went to Doug. I think he came out of there maybe like 2000, something like that. Okay. So he would ask me the same thing, like, bro, how you know what I'm saying, you know, doing that? So I said, man, look, this what happened. The summer that I was going to from middle school to high school, we was waiting on our apartment to get ready in Sun Valley Apartments. So during the time we was waiting on our apartment to get ready, we had to find somewhere else to stay. My dude was like, what school you want to go to? I said, man, but during the summer she was a summer school teacher at Douglas High School, and I used to go up there with her during the summer. So I said, I want to go to that school you were doing summer school at. And I was like, she was like, Doug? I was like, yeah, I go to Doug. So I go to Doug, start Doug off, 9th grade year.
Yeah.
I'm there for about the first 2 months. Our apartment get ready in Sun Valley. I don't got so hooked on the older shit at Doug. I'm like, man, I don't want to leave this motherfucking shit. Fuck that. So I stay at Doug. We moved to Sun Valley. I'm catching the MARTA bus, the train, all the way back to the west side just to go to Doug from Sun Valley, from Boulder Crest. I did that for a few years. People thought I stayed in Bourne Home because I used to get the High Tower Station, catch the 61, go all the way to Bourne Homes, meet my partner them, kick it with them, get on the school bus, then ride to the school. So when people get to the school, they see me getting out Bourne Home, but like, oh damn, bro, stay at Bourne Home. You feel me? Because that was how my partner was at.
Yeah.
So that's how that started. Because I know people was all like, man, where the hell where you really from? Where you staying?
So you actually were going over there when Tip was going over there?
Same time. Getting put out the same class and all that at the same time. So I ended up there first few years, and then after so long, like, you know, shit started going sour for me at Doug. I was like, man, I'm just stay on the east side, bro. It's tired, you feel me? Might as well go right to Mac now, because they're like 5 minutes away from the house, you did. So that's how I started going to Mac now.
That's the move, Thread. So, hey, Thread, let me, let's go ahead and get into something else, man, because, let's see. All right, so you did a lot of producing for a lot of folk. Talk to us about producing for Pastor Troy. I know you had. Well, let me digress first, because you actually did a track that dissed Pastor Troy. Came back later and worked with Pastor Troy. Yeah. Tell me about that, man, because the track you had made that dissed Pastor Troy, that shit was hot. That shit caught a lot of people's attention. And at the time when Troy was like, he was goddamn on fire, like he just took the shit by storm, bro.
He was. The group that had made this, they had already had a beef with Troy. So I met them and they let me hear a song, and I was like, okay, the song sound good. But at this time, I'm still trying to make a name for myself in the music for us producing. So they gave me the song, I played it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna redo the song. I'm gonna make a new beat for it that I made, so it have my name on it. And then I took it to the house, and I was just playing some of Troy's stuff, trying to come out with ideas, and I was like, you know what, this shit need a whole new concept. So I'm listening to Pastor Troy album, I Declare War. Remember that first album?
Yes, sir.
Listen to I Declare War. So on, I think maybe the third or fourth track in, he got a song called I Declare War. And it goes, the hook, remember the hook go, I declare war. So I'm walking around the house, I'm listening to his album, and that shit just catching out at me. It's just shooting out at me. So I'm like, hold on. So as I'm listening to that, I declare war, and then there it was, we hate Pastor Troy. I came up with that shit off the same cadence.
We ready.
Yeah,
we ready.
We ready. So I came up with that off the same cadence. So I went back. I had already had a little beat I was, crafting up, played the beat, and I did the hook on it. I was like, I think this is gonna work. So when they came over that day after school, they heard what I'm gonna let y'all hear it. I played the beat and I played the hook, and they just fell out like, boy, that's it. Boy, that's it. That do it.
If I must interject.
Go ahead, Gilbo.
At that time, nobody really sampled Halloween's Michael Myers at this time.
I was just about to say that shit too, man. Cause he told that shit, he cut it on a certain point, but he made that shit sound good.
Nobody sampled like that shit was mean when he did that and started riots in the club. This is before Lil Jon, Scrap, all that fighting shit in the club. When them boy dropped that, it was a problem. You got people that don't even know Troy got a problem with Troy. We hate Pastor Troy.
Damn.
It was a problem. You snapped with that one.
That shit love that song, man. That shit, it caught a lot of people's ears too, man. I remember that shit. But say the name of the clip that came out with
that was SWAT Team. Was SWAT Team. Yep, SWAT Team. That was some talented young guys, man. Very talented, you know what I'm saying? I ended up parting ways with them and the project, but shit, we had got a deal with Selecto Hits. The album was finished, about to get ready to come out. Me and one of the group members ended up being at odds with each other. I think it was more like a power struggle. He was the leader of the group. I had the label. I was a producer, executive producer, and I think at a certain point he wanted to be like me and him were equal or something. And I think he wanted to try to pull the group one way, and I wanted to pull the group in another way, and we were making progress. So my whole thing was, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, we making progress, like, just chill out. You know, so I know everybody excited, want to come out, want this shit to blow up, but just chill right now and just follow my lead until it do blow. But, it just one day, it just came down to a situation where we had got into it, and I called my boy Big Mill from Milltown Records, like, hey, man, I'm done with the project. And he was like, nah, bro, don't be done. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm done. I just can't do it. You feel me? Because it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You get what I'm saying? And you have to be able to follow some leadership to be able to make it to where you're going to make it to. You feel me? Like, now, once you make it there, then you can say, okay, shit, Threat brought us here, bro, it's our time to go ahead and take off and do what we got to do. You feel me?
Right on.
So, but it ain't make it there. So I just chose to wash my hands with it and move on to another project.
So after you did the SWAT Team project, you went on to move to other stuff. So I know you started working with Crime Mob. You started the On Deck Click and all that type of stuff like that. Tell us about that, the Crime Mob and working with On Deck Click and
Crime Mob came to me when right after, because after SWAT Team I did a compilation called Armageddon Compilation, which featured the Headbuster song from Lil Scrappy. So they heard that. And they was like, basically at that time, it wasn't a lot of independent artists or producers with studios in Atlanta. People didn't have that type of stuff in their house. Like nowadays, 2022, everybody got studios, everybody make beats, Fruity Loops. Everybody got studios everywhere. So in these times, you had to pay for the studio to go to the studio. You paying a nigga like $50 an hour, whatever it is. So everybody didn't have it. So Crime Mob knew that, okay, well, Threat is one person from the east side that's helped getting artists heard and getting them out of here, getting their music and shit. So they came to me and I was like, man, look, I just dropped the album, so I can't really put y'all out right now, but y'all can come with me and do shows, you know what I'm saying? Every time I DJ or throw a party, I put y'all on stage, let y'all be seen. So they came, started doing shows with me. I had them on stage everywhere I went. And they really were like my unofficial group. We ain't had no paperwork, you know what I'm saying? But like they looked up to me as being they, you know what I'm saying, producer or whatnot, along with Lil J. So I'm the first person to put them in the studio, a real studio, not just no makeshift shit. I took them to a real studio, did their first songs with them. I still got songs I produced with them, and a few of them on YouTube and everything. Yeah. So they stayed in there with me. And then next thing you know, they got with Lil Jon and them, you know what I'm saying, Scrappy and all them. I was happy for them though. You feel me? Like, I don't want them or anybody ever think like I was bitter about the shit. Like, I did feel some type of way when I seen them at the mall buying out the whole mall, and you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie about that. I was like, I felt some type of way, but at the same time, it was like I knew these little guys when they were in high school going to MLK. You know what I'm saying. I did feel like I had my name on it because I was the first DJ to play Nuck If You Buck. I was the first DJ to put them on stage, the first DJ to put them in the studio. You feel me? So I did feel some type of way when I seen them at the mall, but I was like, I wanted nothing but the best for them boys. You feel me? I didn't get to be a part of it and reap the benefits, you know what I'm saying, like I should have. But, you know, they used a couple tracks I had. That's why I said I still probably got a plaque, you know what I'm saying, that's what I supposed to have with the track I did with
Right
them.
on, yeah, right.
I did a song called Be About It with them. I think it's on YouTube too.
Okay.
Yep. So they probably got a plaque for me out there too.
What's keeping you in it right now? 'Cause you know you got a lot of folks that might have started it again. They started strong. Right now you ain't heard nothing. What's going on with them? But what's keeping you in the business?
What's keeping me in the business is I'm still DJing. Right. So I'm still working with music, still working with new artists, and that sort of thing. So I still, you know, try to stay relevant out here. You know, in the public eye and doing things with everybody, like the new artists and stuff like that too.
You got some projects you got working on right now?
Me and Gizmo, we working on some stuff that we trying to inject back into the music scene, and also I'm looking for. I got a female artist I've been working with too, Real Kiki, because you know it's like a boom right now with the female artists. Like female artists going crazy right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to get a female artist. Like I ain't never seen this many females rapping. Like in the past 2 years, it was like when Cardi B came out, she woke everybody up. She woke all the females up.
The floodgates.
So yeah, so now you got so many females. So, but you know, I'm always looking for the next thing, next big thing. You know what I'm saying? Try to make somebody blow up around here.
Absolutely. My question is for Gizmo. Gizmo, so what you put your hands in on this project you and Threat got coming up? Y'all, you stand in the artist mode, or you gonna be doing artist development, or what you doing?
A little bit of both. Most so my artistry. But yeah, man. Hey, we done rocked out for a long time, so I'm definitely looking, you know, for the next best thing, you know, because there's so many youngsters out there, and you know, they see what's going on, they looking at the little babies and everybody what's going on. But what I can say is, you know, more so looking for them artists that know how to just stay out of trouble, just stay out the way. Yeah. You know, and not just really just feed so much into what they see, because what they see ain't what it is.
Yeah, shit crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to really pay more attention to those that believe in you and just really just putting that dollar behind you. You know, it'd be crazy to just throw it all away because of what your partner's doing or what you hear. You know what I'm saying? You got ops. You know, that's a whole nother story I get into. But, you know, just really so more just, you know, so much of, so just really just, you know, just those youngsters that just hungry. Yeah. And just really want it. You know what I'm saying?
But like you're a mentor, right?
Yeah, for the most part, man. But you know what's so crazy? If I'm gonna speak about so far as on the end of me still rocking out, to say from the times when we first started, it's so crazy, man. Y'all ever just notice that hip hop, we're the only genre that just count, I'm gonna say, our older artists out. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Like from the rock to the other genres, like, man, these folks still touring and doing their thing 70, 80 years old.
Yeah, I think.
But you see the Ludacris and the Tips, you know, they get fouted.
Yeah.
No, you too old.
But hip hop changed so much. Like
Right on.
rock, they still remain the same. They still got their same
Right on,
little
right on,
platform.
right on,
Hip hop
right
done
on.
changed so many. Like, bro, we done seen all kind of eras coming out of hip hop.
Right,
Like, that
right,
shit,
You
right.
gotta think that our hip hop had loose clothes.
Yeah. I mean, but
Hip hop
okay,
don't got loose
now,
clothes.
straying away from the gear for a minute. Straying away from the gear for a minute. But we just look at the artist. Look at what I'm gonna speak on Gucci. Look at what Gucci then did and who Gucci then brung forward. Look at Tip and just those artists from the yesteryears and look at what they have done. To this day, lyrically, who can just really fuck with Tip like that? We just gonna really speak. Lil Baby, all them still doing their thing. We just gonna really speak about an artist just really just cold like that. Who gonna play with that man like that?
Exactly.
The Waynes, the Ludacris's of the world, you feel me? Just of the South, like who gonna really just play with them, boy? If you awaken them sleeping giants, you dig what I'm saying? And it's coming full circle.
It does.
circle.
Hip hop comes full
It's
circle.
It's
right
coming
back
full circle,
Right back around.
and what's so crazy, one song, and there's several that's coming behind it, and you know they've been doing their thing before it is, the Usher and City Girls track,
The bass track.
the bass track, it's coming full circle. You dig what I'm saying? And I want to say shout out to those that still rocking doing their thing, like Kizzy Rock still doing his thing. You still got people, and really, honestly, that's what the city need.
Yeah, it's a resurgence of that,
We-
bass music.
I really-
Resurgence of that bass music.
Two threat, cause you did a bass track with all my favorite artists on that motherfucker.
Right on.
That Freak Nick Baby
Freak
shit.
Nick Baby, yeah.
Man, you had all of them on that damn there,
Oh,
except
yeah.
for Taz. But you know, I know you had all the main folks at that time. You had Raheem,
Yeah.
you had Kilo, you had my nigga Yin Yang, them on there.
Yeah.
Bruh,
Yeah.
like you
That
really
was
got
it,
there, tore
yeah.
that motherfucker up, man.
Right on.
Hey man, let me ask you this question though. I know you did the Shorty Low. What you had did the Shorty Low done?
Yeah, done remix.
Talk about that, man. How you get with Shorty Low?
Okay, so the Shorty Low, I had always knew Shorty Low since back my high school days. So he used to come up to the school, fly ass car, box Chevy, Monte Carlo,
Burnt orange,
burnt-
Monte Carlo.
That burnt orange. I don't care what side of town you from, you knew that.
You knew
knew
Carlos
that.
Walker got there.
Carlo,
You knew that.
Exactly. So it wasn't no Shorty Low, it was Carlos Walker. So he always came through the school, after school, pick up some big booty girl. So I was like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? You be coming up here picking them up, boy. So you know, to a young cat, teenager, we impressionable, you know what I'm saying? So you see stuff like that, you like, damn, bro, I got it, bro. He on, you feel me?
Yeah.
He on top of the world. So I knew him back from then, you know, plus being in Born Homes during the days that I was out there with my partners, who I was out there, Sid, my boy Sid Jeffries, Dada Rico, Trouble, Tony Calloway, all them cats back from Born Home days. Shout out to them. So I used to DJ at a club called 321. I don't know if you know about 321,
Yeah,
MLK. Yeah. So he used to come in there faithfully, go buy a bottle, just, you know what I'm saying, smoking his weed, you know what I'm saying? So he's always, we dap each other up. Lo, what's up, Carlo? You know what I'm saying? Because he would Carlo walk in the hood, big man in the hood. So he knew me then, but some years later when he started rapping, because I hadn't seen him in a long ass time. So when they did D4L, and then he did his own project, the Shorty Low, Unison in the City.
Yeah.
By that time, he probably had forgot me. So I'm at the studio, got reintroduced to him by my boy, the Don, Sean the Don, introduced me to Shorty Low's engineer at the time. This was when I think Born Immaculate, they was like kind of at odds, so he wasn't coming through no more. So they had got Rio Ray started coming to engineering over there. So he was like, man, I'm working with Low now. And I said, well, shit, man, I got some beats, you know what I'm saying? Let me come through. I came through, Low came in there, and he looked at me, he looked at bro. He like, let me holler you outside. He told bro, let me holler him outside. And I'm like, damn, is he out there talking about me? What going on? He come back in, Rio Ray say, Thread, let me holler at you. He said, man, Low said he don't want you in there. I said, man, why Low said he don't want me in there?
Damn.
Man, Low think you the police. He said, think I'm the police? I said, man, let me holler at Low, man. Low, bro, this thread break, man. You used to come to 321 when I was DJing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with me back in the day. And then he looked at me again and he like, oh shit, what's up, boy, man? I gotta be careful, man. I ain't, you know, nigga, folks on mad. He had just got out, you feel me?
Right.
Cause him and Lamar were going to jail. Like Lamar go to jail, he'll get out, then Low go to jail, and they just kept going back and forth to jail. You know what I'm saying? So he was out that time. So I understand, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was like, boy, you can't trust nobody. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I ended up giving them a beat disc. They played the disc, and one of the tracks that ended up we did the remix to the Done It All, and we took the phrase where it must be two sides, put that at the beginning, started the track off, and shit, that shit took off. And Low got there, man, that bouncing out. Yeah,
Still a hot ass
appreciate
song.
it, appreciate it. It's on YouTube too, man. Anybody want to check that out? Shout out Low, Done It All remix, DJ Threat remix. We did that back in 08. Did it back in 08.
Man.
Definitely a lot.
That was one of my last productions. And then I did the Young Rav Game Time. That's on YouTube.
Wait, but what
Game Time.
when,
That was
when
on
did
DJ
the All
Scream.
Boom come about?
All Boom.
What year was
like,
that?
That was like
Because you had a few others that came behind that, and a lot don't know
the
that
story of that.
you really crunked that up. You really started that off.
How that happened was, you know, Tip and them had just did the In the Streets
Yeah.
mixtape part 1. Shout out to my homie them, AK Razor Man. And they had did a jacket for beats. You know, some of their song was original, some of them was like where they take other folk instrumentals. So that's what we did. We had just set out to make a mixtape with say about 20 songs. 10 was gonna be original. 10 we was just gonna take other folk beats and just drop a track on and make a song out of it. So that's how that came about. And I started playing in the club, and the club just started going crazy over the song. It was a guy that had a label called Winter Music, Frank the Bank. He heard the song, he like, man, why don't y'all redo that, man, redo that. You know what I'm saying? Thread, you go on and drop the track, and y'all come to the studio, I come to the studio. And he kept bugging me, but I was like, man, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. He's like, man, come on, I'm gonna pay you. So he kept bugging me, man, probably like a whole month or so. And he was like, man, one day he like, hey, come on, Thread, man, I give you $500 for the beat, bro. I give you $1,000. He just kept going up. He like, I give you $500, I give you $1,000. I was like, all right, bro, come on, let's just do it. Go to the studio, redid it, and as soon as we redid the song, one of the cats, you know what I'm saying, me and him end up not seeing eye to eye because I felt left out on some shit that went on, and I parted ways from him. You know what I'm saying? As you can tell, like, bro, I got zero tolerance.
Yeah.
Nigga fucked me over, bro, I can't deal with you no more.
Yeah.
So I pushed that shit to the side. The song ended up taking off. They did what they did with it. I had, had a lawsuit or something pending about the shit, and then they tried to call me, and I was like, hey, y'all gotta deal with him because I ain't even fooling with him no more. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, man, well, he need to stop performing the song, woo-woo. But I was like, okay, I gotta call him because Mr. Collie Park called my phone. That shit crazy. That shit was crazy as hell. The crazy part about it is somebody gave him my number. I pulled up at the house. My girl answered the phone. I'm outside. She like, baby, telephone. I'm like, who is it? She was like, some guy say his name Mr. Collie Park. I say, Mr. Collie Park? What the hell? Oh my God. Bruh, I go to the phone. He like, yo, Thread, what's up? So first of all, I'm already like, when I heard it was him, I'm like, damn, what the hell he want with me? So I get on the phone. He like, yo, what's up, Thread? I was like, what's up, man? He like, man, you know I'm calling about that song, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, I know. I already know. I figured out what you were calling about. He like, yeah, man, it can't be 2 songs, Thread, man. It can't be 2. And I was like, bruh, I see what you're saying. I hear you. But I'm no longer with them folks. You feel me? I said, everybody been calling me about the situation, but y'all got to contact Winter Music, Frank the Bank, and bruh who, I gave the song to. I said, it ain't on me.
What was the name of the song?
The song was called All Boom. It was All Boom and All Move.
Yeah.
It was 2 different names, 2 different songs, 2 different beats.
Way after Cadillac Boys.
So
way after.
That's how that happened. And he was calling me to try to put a cease and
And
desist
desist.
on
Oh,
me,
damn,
when
man.
they had a lawyer send a damn cease and desist letters around there to every label. Bro, I would get calls from them. Would call, hey, Threat, man, you got a piece of paperwork over here. I said, man, I ain't coming to get that.
That bitch was
I ain't
going
coming to
crazy.
get that.
That could that motherfucker
I ain't
going
coming
crazy.
to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else called me? BME called me. Vince Filler.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Thread, man, you got a piece of mail over here. I like, man, I ain't coming to get that. Keep that bill, bro. I ain't coming to get that. They were trying to serve me everywhere they could find, boy. They were like, they know I had to be signed to somebody. But see, at that time, I was with an independent called Clean Records. Mr. Clean Records out of Hayville. We was across the street from Tony Mercedes, then right there on Central Avenue,
Yeah.
where the old Central Station was at.
Shout out to Tony Mercedes, man. Yeah, he hit me up a few months back, man. Shout
Oh
out
yeah,
to him,
yeah,
man.
Tony Mercedes, man, pioneer around here.
Absolutely. So after you got done with all the music stuff,
Okay.
you jumped into the car world. Cause I know
Yeah.
I ain't heard from you in a while, but I know that you was dealing with them cars.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the car world, man, because I know that's a whole different game. I see the car clubs flying all up and down 75 and 20,
Boy,
man. And y'all be
telling
deep
you.
as hell, bro.
I'm telling you, man. So how I got into that, man, I had always been into cars as a kid. But it had actually, I had never, at that time, I wasn't dealing with the car club stuff, during the music. It was never a time when I had dealt with the two at the same time. So once I got down to say 2010, and I really just got tired of the music. Me and him was just talking about this about an hour ago. Like the music, like I had got frustrated because it was like I was just spinning my wheels at a certain point. And as time went, I just felt like I had to keep trying to prove to people that should have known, what I'm saying, what I could do. So after I had did the DSGB, Pastor Troy DSGB album, shout out to them boys, you know what I'm saying, like I produced tracks on that, got a plaque for it and everything. So, my name was solidified, but as time went, a lot of the newer artists, they were just like, man, you try to send them beats, and they were like, man, you know what I'm saying, oh, you gotta, let me see what you got, or this and that. It's like they wanted me to try to start all over, like I'm just a rookie out here. I'm like, bro, I don't produce Ghetto Mafia, DSGB, Pastor Troy, Shorty Low, Young Rap, Crime Mob, like a list of artists that was, on the radio and shit. Yeah. So I'm not no new rookie out here.
That's
so
why we doing this shit for y'all knowing ass niggas, man.
You know what I'm telling you. So they wanted me to try to reinvent myself for them, and I'm like, bro, no, I'm not doing that. So the shit just got frustrating, and then like I was over there with Gucci them, but Zaytoven, like in no disrespect to Zaytoven, bro, dope ass producer. You feel me? Like I don't roll around his shit all the time. You feel me? But it was like we was battling, like, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because Gucci, my homeboy from the hood, you know what I'm saying? My partner, Ray, we grew up together, Sun Valley Apartments. He get his deal, I'm coming over to Big Cat Records, we on the road together. I'm doing, like, all kind of little shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm in here, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get my beats in, you know what I'm saying? But Zay had his stuff in there, and he was, like, crazy about Zay shit. So it was kind of discouraging, because I'm like, damn, in my partner, you know what I'm saying? Bro, just rap on my stuff, you know what I'm saying? You can still rap on Zay shit, rap on mine too.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of hard, man. So that situation, amongst other little situations that I had went through, just bad business deals, dealing with different artists, and shit just going bad, just put a sour taste in my mouth. And that's how I say, you know what, I'm gonna put that on hold for a while. So I jumped into the car scene, and shit, I never left.
That shit was heavy, man. That shit still heavy, correct?
I never left. It was an open market for me. Like, it wasn't no whole lot of DJs, it wasn't no whole lot of producers, it wasn't people over here in the car world with a big name.
Yeah.
So I just basically stopped the music shit, went over here to an open lane, open market, and made a name for myself instantly. Started throwing my own car shows, made my own car club, and shit, here I am, like, what, 13, 14 years later.
You got any documentaries out?
Working on it right now.
Yeah.
Tell us about the documentary, man.
The documentary is called They Forgot About Threat, but I'm Still Here.
Hey, that's why we doing it, man.
That's the title.
That's why we doing it, man.
I've been working on it with this film company called Boys in the Hood Films. We pretty much shot, like, all of the footage already. We just in the editing phases.
Gotcha.
I was trying to have it out by my birthday of this year, which was June, but we probably going, cause like the car scene, you know, I be doing the car shows every weekend, so that shit take a lot of my time. So, and I had to sit in with them to let them know where to put this, where to put that, you know, drop the song right here, put the excerpts right there, and this how, because I won't be hands-on with it. So, it probably won't come out till my birthday of next year. Because I'm gonna take the winter to get it ready.
That's move.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at.
Before we tap out though, in the amount of years, amount of work that you put in, and from where you at right now, how do you feel your craft has evolved right now? Like, do you feel that any of your style changed? Because you know how the Generation Z right now, you kind of adapting to new styles and stuff like that. So do you feel you change, or you just, you know what I mean?
Well, I think I try to always change with what's going on. Like, for as music you speaking on, right?
Yeah.
That's just like with me and him. Like, when I did take a break, and I didn't mention that, but at a certain point, I think around after I did the DSGB and stuff, and we did that song you were talking about, I had took a break from the music. Yeah, I took a break from the music. So during the time I took that break, they started the snap music. That's when the franchise, the D4L, all the little snap songs was coming out. DJ Unk walking out, all this stuff. So during that time is when I said, you know what, I like this little movement, so I want to get back into the game. Now, prior to that, we was doing just like fight music and stuff, you know, with Pastor Troy and all this shit. So a new era of music had ushered in, which was snap music. So that's when I came back in. I met him through DJ Ace, Gucci Man's DJ. So I was like, look, I want to start a snap group. You know what I'm saying? Let's come up with something. Let's get in this little wave, because that wave was killing. Yeah. You feel me? Like, every group that was coming out with a song during that era pretty much was hitting the radio. So I started with my cousin, Young Fame, Black Boy, and Gizmo right here. We created the On Deck clique. And that's when we went after like making a sound of what was going on at that time. And like right now, when he asked me the question, like if I was, you know, get back out there and do something now, I'd be definitely making music that's gonna be the same tempo and the same style as what's out right now. You know what I'm saying? So we fit right in that same format.
And wasn't too many groups that was out, they got the popping, you know, doing what we were doing that just went from the west side. You know, it was south and east. You know, I'm from the south side, Clayton County. You know, Threat east side, Black Boy east side. His cousin, he's speaking about, you know, Cincinnati. And but it was some pressure. It was definitely some pressure. You know, I'm not about to go into just a lot of stories from, you know, a lot of those that just, you know, was hot at the time. But it was pressure when we were doing our thing. You dig what I'm saying? And that was a hell of a movement then, man. That was definitely a hell of a movement then. And you know, like I say, that at that time, you know, when we were doing our thing, that was like one of the few times like the city party.
Yeah.
Snap, futuristic. You know what I'm saying? That one of the last few times, like everything is op music now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to think clubs is dead right now. Everything is really about lounges and sports bars.
Because everybody want to be.
Yeah, everybody's so hard in the club now. Everybody's so tough.
Everybody big dog now.
Everybody big dog now. I'm gonna tell you something so crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I'm not gonna name the name of the crew. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. And it's just, and at that time, that when the original Central Station was popping off.
Central Avenue.
Well, I'm gonna say the second one then.
Okay,
the second one then.
Down
the second
in the
one.
clouds.
Yeah, the 6 a.m. one.
Yeah, 2010.
And it's so crazy, and it's like I know other people can tell the same story. When you just got a group of cats, 5 to 10, go to the club, spend 40 to 50 to whatever to get in. Once they get in the club, popping bottles, blowing loud, I'm gonna tell you the difference between the times in a minute.
Mhm.
Get in the club 2-3 hours. When the club is over, when them lights come on, everybody leave together. Them same cats. Ain't nobody done ventured off and flirted with no chicks or nothing. Nigga leaving together.
Yeah.
Ain't no, you feel me? And it's like that was like the beginning of I feel like, you know, the stand up against the wall. Like, even like, if we gonna speak about the culture of the city, like strip clubs. Niggas throwing money for other niggas.
Yeah. That's true. They want to be seen.
Nigga walking in, putting that shit on to look, you know what I mean? Boy, you not fucking with me. I got these. You feel me? That type of shit. Like, it's a gang of chicks. Like, nigga not talking to no chicks or nothing.
None of that.
You know, it just crazy. And I think, you know, cause I come from a time, from the end of that 90s period, the end of that booty shaking period, when Threat came along, you know what I mean? Cause like when he first scooped me up and I first came along rocking with him, I think a spot he was at the Megaplex on the east side, and he had this song called "I Don't Give a Fuck," a riot starter, real riot starter, and at that time, you know, the city back then, and you know, I had my time in the bounce, the original bounce, the West Side Bankhead, right out 285. This is when everybody leaving the club sweating, having a good time. Everybody's so tough right now. You dig what I'm saying? Still over there burnt down. Ain't nobody did nothing to it. You dig what I'm saying? But it was just a different time, man. And when bro was like, you know, was doing his thing, speaking so far like SWAT team and, you know, everything he did, like, and when we started on Deck Click, it was just refreshing. Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to really shit. I want to just tap into the those that were just feeling the pressure that we was applying. You dig what I'm saying during that time, but they felt it. You know, bro already been doing his thing, but we was kind of cornered, if you will. We was kind of cornered, man, and it's like, you know, I'm not about to get into it. I'm not about to get into all that extra shit. But I ain't about to get into all that extra shit. But yeah, man, it's always been an honor for me to have grown in the city. Cause I'm born in Louisiana. I moved here in like '87. So, you know, I'm one of them like yourself. You know, that Riverdale days, you know what I'm saying, before, cause I'm from, like, you know what I mean, I grew up Rex Road, you know what I'm saying, where the Derezes and the Michael Montanas from, you dig what I'm saying, I'm a little older than them, but I come from that Riverdale side where, you know what I mean, I'm in the same apartment complex off Highway 85 where the ABC Boys and Criss Cross, so you know what I mean, a lot of it was influenced out like, damn, it's kids that do this shit, you know what I'm saying, but just, you know, moving forward, you know, not to just really just touch on just too much like that on my timeline like that, but bruh had been doing his thing for a minute, and it was some hate that was just really going on that kind of blocked me from him. I'm not about to get into that either. You dig what I'm saying? It's about positivity, 2022. You dig what I'm saying? We're not about to go into too much of that, but there was some blockage that was going on. They were trying to stop me from just rocking with my guy. But man, like I say, man, thus far from then to now, man, it's been an honor to just, you know, really rock with him. Everything that he done, you know, gave to the city, everything he done. You know, me coming up, you know, rocking to a lot of stuff that he had done. It's just been an honor, you know, to just really do my thing with him.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, Threat, man, Gizmo, I really appreciate y'all for coming through, for coming out hard. Atlanta, man, thank y'all for blessing us with y'all presence.
I appreciate y'all too.
Coming out hard, try right, my nigga Ross Goldie. Man, we want to say thank y'all, man. And you want to let them know how they can get in touch with y'all social media handles, whatever?
Anybody want to catch me? Facebook is DeAndre Jackson, DJ Threat. Instagram is Blue Dolphin on 30s. You can check my YouTube page out, DJ Threat also. And check out my car movement, Power Fest, ATL Car and Bike Show. You can see all my car shows. I got an upcoming show coming up October 9th, breast cancer awareness. And also we're going to be, me and Giz on that crew. We're gonna be down there in Union Springs, Alabama on September 23rd. Got a rap showcase and all that stuff. We're gonna be down there turning up with the crew. Yep.
Right on,
You
right
gonna
on.
give them your info?
Yeah, man, you can find me at Clayco Gizmo on IG, Twitter, TikTok. I believe it's Kevin Banks on Facebook. You dig? But yeah, man, check your boys out, man. We rocking, and it's time from the old Atlanta to become the current Atlanta. It's time to party in the city.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
You dig?
Appreciate y'all, man.
100%, man.
Appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate y'all, man. Threat, let these niggas know that you ain't left nowhere, bro. You still here.
That's
what the documentary gonna be about, man.
Yeah, get
My
that
nigga ain't dead,
documentary.
he's still in it.
Still in it, man. Check that documentary out, man. They forgot about Threat, but I'm still in it.